Hey y'all, Farmer Dre back at it. We are out here in high tunnel number 2. I haven't done a tomato video in quite a while, and the reason is the tomatoes in here didn't do good at all. I mean, as you can see here, I'm gonna kind of explain the my failures of tomatoes in this high tunnel this year. And what we're doing right now is we're gonna go ahead and start cleaning it out. This is we are getting ready to plant 6 rows of strawberries in here. So about 2,000 strawberry plants will be planted in here once we get the field strawberries planted and getting that ready to go. So we have Moses over here. He is cutting off all the strings, and as you guys can see here, I didn't really stake them too well. And lesson learned, I gotta harvest more tomatoes next year. But he just cutting them out, and then we are pulling out the stakes. And you can see here the tomato plants. There's still a lot of green tomatoes on here. Whenever we go ahead and rip out all the plants, we're gonna put the green tomatoes in a bucket and sell them as tomatoes. People like to fry a lot of. We sell quite a bit of fried green tomatoes. So yep. As you can see here, them one biggest mistake is the actual stakes in here. As you can see here, and I'm going to show you guys a worse row. Look what happened down here. All of these stakes kind of just snapped off. Done that is just from the natural weight of the tomato plants. And as you can see here, how is someone supposed to come through here and pick tomatoes? So what happened here? I didn't have enough metal T-post, so I went ahead and we use these wood. We chop them up real fine, and we use them to start our fires with. Inside, that's Nate. What are you doing, bro? Destroying my my footage here. Now it's all right. Anyway, so we didn't have enough a metal T-post, so then I was like, you know what? Let me just use these wooden stakes here, and they're not treated or anything, or they're not even tomato stakes. They're just they're just the scraps from the lumberyard. So we chopped them at 6 foot and put them in here. And what happened, since they are not treated, they started rotting at the base here of the where the soil and the fabric there, and then they started rotting, and then they snapped off. So whenever the tomato plants got really heavy, and in here, whenever you're out there picking, you're kind of shaking the trellis, you're just moving up and down, and then you might got a bigger windstorm come through here, and the stakes just kind of fell over. So that hurt yield a lot, because now the tomato plants have nowhere to go. And another thing in here, like I mentioned earlier, I don't think these are red deuce, and they're not, because they're a lot smaller than usual. I mean, just look at this. How is this a red deuce? This is just, it's a small medium tomato. It looks more like a early girl or something like that. So I'm not sure what variety these are. So what happened with the tomato plants in here, whenever we start most of our tomato starts here on the farm. And in high tunnel number 1, I went ahead and started my own starts back. It was my middle of December. I started them. They germinated nicely. And then here, I got lots of time with the strawberries and everything. I didn't really keep on track of that. So I started a bunch of seeds for in here. But whenever, April 1st came around, they were just, they're about 4 inches tall, 3 to 4 inches tall. So I was like, you know what? Let me just go up to our local produce auction, our local plant auction. And I bought a bunch of red deuce tomato plants. And as you can see here, I don't think they're red deuce. I mean, they might be, or something, or I'm just a bad farmer. But in high tunnel number 1, we already picked about 10 to 12,000 pounds out of that one high tunnel alone. And in here, I think we picked like 3,000 pounds. So you can tell the production's not here. The plants are just looking terrible. The trellis is done messed up. So it's just a combination of everything that I screwed up this year in this high tunnel. And one of the main reasons why it looks so terrible in here, and it's more of my fault, is my maintenance and the time I was in here. I didn't spend as much time in here as I needed, just because it was my first year growing the strawberries, and we didn't know what to expect. And on the strawberries, as you guys know, we went ahead and we picked everything ourselves, because the whole COVID thing hit at that time. So we couldn't do the U-pick on the strawberries, and we were out there picking strawberries every day, and I wasn't really focusing on the tomatoes in here. So as you can see here, just it's a mixture of problems, a mixture of everything, and a lack on my side kind of hurt us in yield. And we've lost, what potentially we could have picked out of here. There's, I don't know, probably $25,000 or $30,000 in losses just out of this tunnel alone. So it's yep, you live and learn. Next year I'm going all metal post. I'm starting all my own plants. I'm gonna be spending a lot more time in here now that I got a few extra hands here on the farm to help me out. I could train them and do all that, and to kind of teach them how to stake tomatoes. So the plan in here is we're going to go ahead and plant 6 rows of 3 rows. So there'll be 180 plants per row on the strawberries there. And with the strawberries in here, they should be done producing about the last week of May. And right at about that time, we're going to go ahead and plant another batch of tomatoes. So in this exact same drip tape, in the exact same soil as the strawberries, we're going to go ahead and rip out all of the strawberry plants and plant our summer crop of tomatoes. So we did get accepted for another high tunnel grant. So another high tunnel is going to be put up over there. So what's going to happen, we're going to start our first tomatoes in there in number 1, do our second batch about planting about middle of April in number 2, and then our third high tunnel will be planting the first week of June. So then we're going to plant the strawberries, make our money off the strawberries, doing that, double crop, and then pull out the strawberries and plant the tomatoes. So, you know, double crop the soil and double crop everything in here. And, you know, there are some downsides to doing that. You know, strawberries, as you guys know, you know, one of the biggest rot problems we have is called botrytis. And as you guys know, I had a botrytis issues in high tunnel number 1 this year, and I had to keep an eye on that just with the tomatoes. So they share the same disease. So I'm not sure how that's going to pan out exactly. But, you know, I just got to keep on top of things and keep them sprayed and do everything. But, you know, I got to do some more research. I don't think it's the same strand of botrytis. But hey, botrytis is botrytis at the end of the day. So that's the plan in here. So I'm going to go ahead and give the camera to Moses here. And then he's going to continue ripping off these plants. And let me go ahead and show you these stakes really easily. Look at that. Just terrible. Live and learn, I guess. No more wooden stakes for me anymore. But now look at these tomato plants. They're small. They didn't grow in much. So like I said, we're going to go, whenever we pull out the plants, we're going to go ahead and keep all the green tomatoes, and then we'll just sell them to people who want green tomatoes. If not, they'll just turn red. And then you guys know, if you pick a tomato green and sell it red, it has no flavor, so we're probably not going to sell that. But yep, that's the plan in here. You live and learn. I mean, that's part of it. It sucks, but that's just how you keep moving on in life. And just to see here, there's a big weed issue, and it's always fun too. So yep.
Just got done pulling out the strings, cutting them out, and now we're gonna pull out all the wooden stakes and add them up in a big pile. So I'll show you guys what we're doing here. Most of the stakes are already loose, so they shouldn't be too hard to take out. You guys can see here, this stake right here, just break it, comes out of the ground like that. Then we have a pile that's over here, and just gonna get stuff done. Show you guys how much string we got from the all the rows in the high tunnel. We got a whole bucket full of it, and the job is easy now with the stakes. We can just take them out really quick, and I'm gonna put a time lapse up for you guys. As you guys can see, we got all the stakes pulled out. We got 3 piles, and now we're gonna get on to picking all the tomatoes, all the green ones, the ones there. It's packed with these all around the high tunnel. We just gotta pick them.
Alrighty, y'all. As you guys saw there, Moses got most of the high tunnel clean. He actually got done pulling out all the tomato plants. So now we are ready to plant strawberries. All we gotta do is tiller the soil, work it up, amend the soil for strawberries, lay down the fabric, and then we will be good to go. So this is going to be pretty much it for today. If you guys haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go and like this video if you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that notification icon so you guys can be notified whenever I do upload a video. I want to say thanks for watching up to this point. You guys have a good day, and we will see you next time.